What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing nano dimensions. More specifically, we're going to be talking about what just happened today for the first time this year. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss this one. All right, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeff. I've been investing in the stock market since I was old enough to open up a brokerage account. I made it through the lows of 2008, 2009, 2010, and was able to ride this bull market all the way back up. I'm a part of multiple different Discord chats and stock forums, and everybody said to me, Jeff, thanks for all the great tips. You got to start, get on YouTube and start creating some content. So here I am. I don't do too well in front of the camera, but I'd appreciate some feedback. Hit the like button, maybe a subscribe, to hear some more stuff, because the stuff I got to say, I feel like is pretty good. So let's get into today's video a little bit deeper. Guys, first off, we're going to be talking about more specifically what exactly Nano Dimension does. I know there's been a lot of hype over it since November of last year, probably even earlier. Okay, but what they do is they create machines that are used for 3D electronic printing. Okay, so this is their flagship, their holy grail. It's called the Dragonfly LDM. It's an all-in-one machine that gets sent out to customers. It comes with the software. It's completely plug and play once you learn how to use it. They've been around for a little while, and it basically has been a leader in this industry. These are some of the components that it creates, these electronic components and circuits and so forth, as well as semiconductors. Okay, they're used in, I've talked about this in another video, guys, they're used in research, aerospace, defense, medical, and the automotive and industry world, which is even more specific of self-driving cars, as well as LiDAR technology and camera technology for that as well. Okay, so if you look at exactly what I just said, the aerospace industry has always been huge. The defense, we have continually risen our, the United States, defense budget every single year. Medical is huge. The growth in the medical stocks, the growth in the medical field and industry, just as the baby boomers are getting older, is going to be huge. We know the automotive industry is switching over to the EV market over the next 10 years. Especially, it's going to be huge, as well as autonomous driving. Okay, so let's get into it a little bit further about what just happened, guys. So more specifically, like I had mentioned, they create 3D printed electronics. If you look at the market, it is expected to grow. I'm going to dive into that a little bit deeper, but I do want to point out this: the top key manufacturers in global 3D printed electronics market are Nano Dimensions, which is number one. Okay, they've done 3 direct offerings recently. Every single one of them has been met by institutions and large investment firms, which means they believe in this company, they believe in the growth. Nano Dimensions as a company does not want to go into debt. They want to be able to raise the capital as much as they can to be able to provide enough profit for their investors, but able to stay afloat without going and have negative earnings in the quarters to come. Okay, so let me just say this a little bit deeper too. Why is 3D printing electronics beneficial? Let me tell you guys, the biggest reason why our iPhones and our Mac laptops cost the astronomical amounts they do is not the actual components that go into it, but it's all the study and the research behind that. Okay, and the number one thing that the 3D printing electronics does, this machine does, is it gives the flexibility and allows designers to make changes easily without having to set up additional equipment or tooling. Okay, it's also a time frame too. By the time that you have to set up tooling and you put that in a 3D software and design it and ship it out to a company to be able to get that back to you, it takes a lot of time. So this is just really speeding up the process for it, especially because, like I said, electronics have just completely taken over our lives. We rely on them every single day, so it's gonna be huge. Another thing else I want to pull up, that this came from the Nndm intelligence. The expected growth is nearly 40% year over year. Okay, the global 3D printed electronic market is expected to grow at a CAGR of 39.5% from now 2020 until 2027. That is absolutely huge. Nano Dimensions is a leader in this industry. Okay, so I've talked about other stocks on this channel before. I've talked about other stocks in the forums and on the Discord chats, and we've talked about the growth of these industries going at anywhere from 15 to 25%. The EV market was one of them, but 40%, guys, is absolutely huge. And we're in we've already stood the Nano Dimensions has stood the test of time, to where it did all of its initial offerings and it's been slight pullback. It's maintained to continue along this trend line at a steady support. As I talked about, what it just did today for the first time this year is reach a new high. It broke that resistance level. We saw a resistance level of about 940, 945. It officially broke through that. I continue seeing this to trend upwards. I do see after a 15% push up today, there might be a little bit pullback. Look for it to follow this trend line, guys, but it's huge. I mean, if you look at just, from almost a month ago, it's up, almost, let's say 40%. So these are going to be huge gains, guys. I definitely can see this hitting $20 by the end of 2021, if not sooner. Okay, I believe in this company. What's even more important is the CEO is very active in the growth of the company, all of the news what this company is doing, and the markets that they are penetrating in. There was, news talks about the other day of them getting into the electronic fabric markets, and partnering with huge companies such as Nike, which is going to bring another dimension when it comes to the sports and fitness industry. Okay, health and fitness has always been a high flyer, and especially in the professional sports field, they dump a ton of money into research, okay, and any type of additives, products, solutions that can help, bring their athletes to the next level while maintaining recovery fast and keeping them safe. So, guys, this is a huge one. This is, like I said, I was so happy to see this finally get the break above the new high, especially after their stock offering. So leave a comment down below. Let me know, first of all, how I did in this video. I'm trying to get better at it for you guys. My goal is to be able to build a community of, a bunch of different people that we can all buy together, grow together, so we can all inevitably profit together, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how I did. Let me know, if what your concerns are about this stock, if you're invested in the stock, and potentially, guys, how many shares that you might own. I would love to hear what you're talking about. And guys, I will see you in the next one.